Hi everyone, it's Aaron from Mecha Alliance, and today we're taking a look at the MDLX Starscream from Threezero. Our iconic Seeker joins the MDLX line, which is a more affordable Transformer figure line compared to their very expensive and extravagant DLX line. I haven't collected their deluxe line, but I have quite a bit of experience with mecha figures, and from first glance, I like what I see here from just the box alone. Now, this figure is an officially licensed one from Takara Hasbro, which means it won't be able to transform into jet mode, because that's how their agreement goes, which is unfortunate, I know. However, that means there won't be compromises when it comes to articulation, because they don't have to worry about all the transformation gimmicks. First off, the box looks pretty premium. It even came with a carton box, which is quite sturdy, so shipping won't be a problem. The box has an open window to look inside briefly with the main illustration next to it. We have the Threezero and the official TF logo here. The back images include the wing blades, the null ray cannons, and it even has the joke image showing the time Starscream posed at Optimus Prime. And of course, you will need the MDLX Optimus figure for this, which is sold separately. Here's the figure with the backpack equipped. Our bad comedy Seeker is actually quite big. He stands as tall as some of the Gunpla Master Grades. This figure is based on the G1 design, but much more mechanically detailed. The painting on this figure is also pretty awesome, keeping the original color scheme, but with a matte surface to make him look more realistic, like a giant robot. There are lots of color accents to make details pop out, such as the chest vent, the pipe on the legs with the metallic paint. We have the Decepticons logo on the wing, and look at that thruster paint job, it's gorgeous. The head sculpt is amazing, but I'd really like them to paint the eye with a brighter color so it pops out more. At the moment, it looks quite submerged and deactivated at certain angles. The surface details is quite amazing, and the uneven panel line makes it much more realistic than like a simple toy. The paint is very durable, so you can enjoy posing him extensively without worrying about paint chipping. Of course, care is always advised. I really like the golden copper on his canopy, which is straight in the center, which breaks up all the other color palettes perfectly. The details on the backpack is my favorite, and it looks good enough to be a jet on its own, not gonna lie. Onto accessories, his null ray cannons is basically a traditional beam cannon instead of just strictly an attachment on his shoulders. You can slot it right here to his shoulders, but since it's a square handle, it will not be able to swivel once it's slotted in there. And same on the other side. The wing blades attached to the back like so. It doesn't actually lock in, so it can fall down pretty easily if you shake it hard enough. You can put his smug face on, and his smug face is very characteristic of him. Might be a bit hard to see on camera, but it really captures Starscream G1 personality. For the hands, we have a pair of dynamic palm, a pair of open palm, and a pair of weapon holding palms for the cannons and wing blades. And we have a close fisted one as well, which comes default on the figure, making a total of 4 pairs. Now to the articulation, I expect this to be good since it's Threezero. The head can turn 360 degrees, look up that much and down just a tiny bit. The arms can move up that much and can move independently from the shoulder armor. Of course, it's a ball joint, so it can go 360 all around. We got a bicep swivel, which in my copy is super tight for some reason. The elbow is double jointed with the second level hidden in the forearm, which looks really nice. The hand is on a ball joint, and it's easy to swivel, so you get the gist. There are no torso up and down or side to side, which is unfortunate. We only have a swivel on the hip. The front skirt can move up, side skirt on a ball joint, so it can go anywhere you want. The back skirt can go up quite a bit, but with the backpack, when equipped, they'll mostly get stuck like that. The skirt on Starscream is actually quite similar to a Gunpla kit. The legs can go high to the side. No, I'm not gonna say beautiful spread. The thigh is on a ball joint, but you can get very decent swivel. Legs can kick up that far. Double jointed knee, which reveal even more mechanical details. The feet can also move up and down a bit. The ankle is on a ball joint, but it's very, very tight with a pretty limited pivot. So getting him completely flat-footed on a surface is pretty much impossible. Even so, he can pull up some pretty amazing poses, especially aerial ones. He's quite hefty, so it's easy to balance him on the ground even without bases. I love the fact that he can hold his null rays like traditional beam rifles, in addition to attaching them on the shoulders. The wing plates are a bit tricky though. Getting the plates into the hands isn't very easy, and you might need to apply a bit of force to it. But I was able to figure it out quite fast, so not a problem for me. The ample amount of interchangeable hands allow for some very expressive and dynamic poses, and the beautifully painted thrusters are perfect for this Threezero inspired pose. Overall, this figure is exactly what it needs to be. A cheaper alternative to the DLX Deluxe line, but still has very high play value. I've been posing and playing with it for a few hours, and the creative juice is still flowing non-stop. The redesign of this Threezero Smug Seeker makes him look much more realistic, which I assume is what Threezero is going for, and they really nail it with the paint job. The metallic parts on this figure is amazing, comparable to even Bandai's best metal builds and Soul of Chogokins. Furthermore, since it's a smaller alternative, it will fit much nicer into your mecha collection. If you collect MG size mechs around 18 to 20 centimeters. The minus point is, of course, no transformation. But if you're like me and is more obsessed with making robot mode looks dynamic and badass, then this is a great addition to your collection. This is Aaron. See you next time.